Will junior devs exist in the future? In this video, we'll speculate about the future of the junior software developer role as it relates to innovations in AI. Moreover, we'll go over some things you can do to stay one step ahead of tech industry trends like the trend I'll discuss in this video. But first, why the heck should you listen to me? Despite having no computer science degree or bootcamp experience, I'm a self-taught software engineer who has worked professionally for several companies. I've been hired many times, laid off many times, and helped others secure employment. I currently coach others on how to find jobs and assist tech professionals in general in achieving career success in a chaotic industry like ours. If this sounds good to you, keep watching. The software engineering industry is at a dramatic turning point. For the first time, the utility of software developers is being questioned. Many venture-backed public relations schemes assert that AI can do what a human engineer can. Despite said schemes being over-dramatized, the existential risk AI presents for engineers is real in a long enough time frame. Although the technology still lacks maturity, its speed and innovation should not be underestimated. Moreover, where the past decade in tech was marked by excessive hiring, this decade is about doing more with less. The actions that reflect this sentiment include notable layoffs and a top-down push for employees to use AI. When we analyze in this context, many argue that it will replace all software engineers, which fits nicely into this do more with less narrative. Perhaps in time, but the most realistic outcome in a short time horizon is not that it replaces all software engineers, but that it replaces most. The theory goes something like this. The highest performing engineers are spared while the rest are let go. Whether delusional or not, companies believe AI can bridge the talent gap typically reserved for less skilled developers. This is where the role of the junior developer comes into the technology's crosshairs. Low-price coding tasks, once the bread and butter of a junior, can be delegated to AI. This part of the technology's capabilities is hard to argue against, because I believe it's reasonably capable. If we connect this capability with a desire to reduce headcount, a logical CEO may no longer see the value in hiring inexperienced engineers at all, because AI can do it. Moreover, as an engineer and mentor, junior engineers are the lifeblood of our trade. If we exist in a time when companies are no longer willing to invest in training students for the trade, the natural pipeline of technical talent that matures into tomorrow's technical experts will gradually cease to exist. Is this the end of not just junior developers, but also software developers in general? Every iteration of new technology for software developers drastically changes the nature of how we do work. Some tools are widely adopted, others are widely rejected. Today, the most powerful tools are the various code editors and integrated development environments available on the market. The quote-unquote slop generators, which are both powerful and dumb at the same time. But ignoring their potential is like mocking games on PS1, assuming they'd never improve. What I'm saying is that in a traditional sense, the role of a junior developer and developers in general hasn't ended, but it has changed drastically. Today, you rarely go on Stack Overflow anymore, as AI does it better. Today, I'm certain you seldom write boilerplate JSX anymore. AI does a pretty good job at this. What I'm saying is that these changes are fundamental and true. Therefore, I urge those amongst us in the trade to not swim against the tide, but rather surf it. Of course, you're a sentient being. This is an idea, not a commandment. On the other hand, even if a company's predictions about AI are incorrect, stakeholders typically only learn when things go wrong. You could try to warn them about potential future problems related to over-reliance on AI, such as scalability issues, maintenance challenges, a lack of human fidelity in your code or user interface. Still, it has to burn typically before they get the point. Now, as promised, let's talk about junior developers. It's challenging to provide blanket advice to you guys as everyone is at a different stage in their technical careers. Therefore, please note that this advice is general and should be adapted accordingly. If I were in your exact position, I would ensure I had excellent programming fundamentals, as these transfer to all programming languages and different tech stacks. Then I would excel at working with all applicable AI tools, surpassing everyone else in proficiency. I wouldn't just use these tools for the sake of using them, but rather define something you want to build and choose the right AI tool along the way to help you achieve your goal. If you get hard stuck, you can rely on your programming skills to get you unstuck. Second, instead of learning everything on the map, you would learn on a need-to-know basis, meaning that after you have fundamentals in you, you only learn something new when learning is needed to solve the current technical problem you have. Third, level the playing field by not labeling yourself as a junior. That label, especially in this era, does more harm than good for your career. Think of yourself as a software developer with an expertise in AI tools. This title is more fruitful from a marketing standpoint. Now, would you like more insight on how to prepare your career for success in the future with the proliferation of AI? If so, check out my free tech industry job report below. The link is in the description at no cost to you. Otherwise, do you think vibe coding is dumb? If so, check out this video right here. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.